Want to win some free stuff, guys? I bet you do. Go to the link that is on the screen right now. You can win a ton of HyperX goodies. This competition is only running for a couple more days, so make sure you get your entries in. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyways, on to the video. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and I am about to tell you guys what the best meta is in Overwatch. In fact, can I get a drum roll? Because this is going to be an awesome reveal. Well, guys, the best meta in Overwatch is, well, whatever the hell your team has just selected. Alright then, guys, we need to talk about this because there's a lot of stuff being thrown around. Like, oh, what's the best meta in Overwatch right now? Is it triple DPS? Is it double flanker builds? Is it, I don't know, dive comp? Is it quad tank? What the hell is the best meta? We don't want Mercy on our team. We don't want Hanzo. We don't want a Sombra. We don't want this. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I've got to tell you guys, to understand all of this, what we've got to do is understand what the meta is. Now, the meta is derived from the highest level of play. That means it comes from the pros. The pros will invent ways of playing Overwatch, and that filters down onto the highest levels of the ladder, so in Master and Grandmaster. And then from below that, you've got everybody else, and those guys learn from the guys above them, basically. So you look at them and think, okay, I want to win this game. What's the best team build I can take? Well, dive comp is really, really effective right now, so let's do dive comp. The problem is, if you're in Platinum, even if you're in Master, even if you're in GM or whatever, it doesn't really matter. You really don't want people playing heroes that they cannot play. Let me give you some examples of this. So imagine if you're on a Numbani first point attack, and what you're going to do is, well, you want a dive comp, right? But you don't have a Winston player. You've got a Reinhardt player. Well, what do? Do you tell the Reinhardt player to play Winston? He might play Winston, but he's not going to be very good because he doesn't really play Winston. In that case, you want those people on Reinhardt. And you know what, guys? It doesn't even really get this detailed. From my experience of playing Overwatch on ladder, people will select heroes they want to play. If you are a flexible player, then yeah, you can try and work around what you've got. There are a couple of things you need to be aware of. You always want two supports in your team, unless, right, you're doing something funky, like, let's say, an all-in defense first point Eichenwald or Hanamura, in which case, you'll probably take Ana as a solo healer, because she is the best solo healer. There is no argument about that. And maybe you take Symmetra instead of the other support, like instead of the Lucio, the Mercy, or whatever. That's really the only time you would ever not take two supports. So generally, you always want two supports. As for tanks, well, it's a little bit different right now, because if you're rolling triple DPS, well, then that means you only really have one tank. I'd say you always need a frontline tank, whether that's a Winston or a Reinhardt. Now, the way you select your tank is quite simple. If you've got a lot of flankers on your team, so if you've got triple DPS and it's Tracer, Genji, and then maybe you've got a Pharah, well, Reinhardt is not going to be very effective there, because who the hell is he going to protect? Like, yeah, he might protect the Ana if you've got an Ana standing behind the Reinhardt, but beyond that, he's not really doing anything. Instead, that Reinhardt player should maybe play the Winston. But the point of this entire video is, you can't expect people to play heroes just because you believe that it's a better pick because it's more meta than the hero that they've picked. Because the fact is, whatever you've got as your team is the meta you're playing right now. And you know what, guys? Overwatch is in a really awesome position as of late. This is probably the best meta the game has ever had. There are loads of different team comps that are viable. And when I say viable, all I mean by that is it's usable. Like, you can take the team and it'll be fine. Like, Pharah Mercy is a fine combination, but if your team would like to take a Soldier and maybe swap the, I don't know, the Mercy for a Zenyatta, well, Zen can discord the Pharah and Soldier can probably burn it down, even though it's getting pocketed by Mercy. So that's one example of that. Or maybe you'd like to take a D.Va for some reason, or you can literally do whatever you like. There are loads and loads and loads of options with Overwatch right now. That's why I'm very wary when I see things, and especially I see people asking me, like, Sty, what's the meta? People ask me this over Twitter quite a lot, and it's like, what team should we be rolling, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what level are you? And they'll say, I'm gold, I'm platinum, I'm diamond. And I'm just thinking, guys, Jeff, the dad of the game, has even said, look, the best hero you can play is probably the hero you're the best with, unless you get to the highest level, in which case, yeah, you will have to swap sometimes, because the enemy teams will start swapping more, and you will need to counter them. But up until that point, which is like literally 1% of the entire population, what you want to do is use your head, right? So if you don't have a support, then maybe you should play a support. If you don't have a big, beefy frontline tank, maybe you should play the tank. But if you do have those, then pretty much anything goes right now. And honestly, it's a very, very awesome period for Overwatch, this is, because you can kind of do what you like. So I don't want you guys going out there and be going, oh, you know, I'm not going to play in this team, or you need to swap this guy, he's not going to work because, well, I've been told that triple DPS is the meta, or we need to go dive comp. There's no way we can win if we don't go dive comp. It's like, well, sure, There's loads of ways you can win in Overwatch. That's the beauty of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been StarLoader and this is Unit Lost. And yeah, this is kind of a short video, but to be honest, I just wanted to get this out there and say, look guys, the meta doesn't matter. Whatever the meta is irrelevant, to be honest. You have to play with what you're faced with. Play against what the enemy have got and play what you've got on your team. The very first thing you have to do, though, is be aware that you do need 2 supports almost all of the time, and you do need a goddamn tank. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been StarLoader, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, the best meta is not what people tell you what it is, it's what you've got right in front of you. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.